Neighbors and residents across the wall are complaining about the drumming noise.
No, but you know, you're living in a community here.
It's such a noise. It's really, you can hear every single beat.
Violence against women is a reality in South Africa. Our mothers, sisters, daughters, and friends often experience violence or live under the threat of it.
We all know that violence against women is wrong. But because people are hesitant to act, violence has become normal in our communities. The challenge is we don't know what to do about violence against women, and we think we need to do it alone.
Confused by this situation, we do nothing. This state of inaction is the real challenge in ending violence against women.
The Prevention in Action movement arose from communities as a response to inaction against violence against women.
We are part of a social movement with a vision for the future of our communities where violence against women is never justified nor tolerated in our homes, and where men and women are committed to acting in response to violence against women.
The desperate and declining social situation of women in South Africa saw a consolidated reaction from the local networks on violence against women in KwaZulu-Natal and the Western Cape.
I'm Lungiswa Memela. I'm the Executive Director of the Western Cape Network on Violence Against Women. Asiza kuma sijonge emapoliseni kuphela. Yaye asizukuma sijonge kwikhotho kuphela. Singazukuma sijonge kwimibutho yasekuhlaleni ukwenza umahluko. Yonke lonto ixhomeke kuthi xa sisonke kuba sonke sifuna amakhaya aphilileyo, amakhaya anoxolo, sifuna ii-communities eziphilileyo, sifuna i-society ephilileyo.
Everyone knows at least one person who has been affected by violence and the sense of helplessness at not being able to do anything about it. So how do we challenge the attitudes and the behaviors which foster it? We all need to lead by example by encouraging our communities to be part of a wider movement in taking action. Prevention in action is about preventing violence before it happens by taking action.
Through talking and sharing ideas, this group of activists drove the creation of a new social movement to address the need to create and sustain a new norm of action in South African communities. And so, the Prevention in Action movement was born.
Strong relationships have been initiated and forged with public and civil society partners, including churches, the police, and government departments in each province.
These sector relationships are essential to encourage a new era of action as the normal response to violence against women.
Within the model, the sector partners have appointed community engagers, known as CEs, that are trained up in order to engage with identified community influencers, known as CIs. CEs train 5 groups of up to 20 CIs per group.
CIs represent the direct link with the community by the community. They are equipped with knowledge and an interactive information toolkit which assists them in mobilizing the Prevention in Action movement within their communities.
The CIs, equipped with their toolkits, form Prevention in Action groups of 5 to 10 people they know personally and encourage them to enlist their commitment to join the movement.
So far, the tangible effect of the movement includes the spreading and promotion of the movement's symbol and slogan of action as the normal response to violence.
Regular meetings of action groups create a platform for the sharing of plans and ideas on taking action to prevent violence against women.
A key part of the Prevention in Action movement strategy is to amplify actions taken and inspire members of the movement to adopt similar actions.
Prevention in Action hands communities the megaphone to broadcast their real actions against women abuse and inspire further action.
simcacisele ke ubhuti into yobana xa ezithathela ngenkani apha kusisi so ikwa yirape ke ngona leyo ayenzayo ke ngoku nayo
abantu besifazana banayo ilungelo xa engasafuni athi hayi yona so that is not sting amadoda afama sizame ulento ukuzibamba lapha xa engasafuni because ntoni
hamba naye ngamisa kena ubaba kwakhe masifika baba wakhe ngaxoxisana naye ukuthi akayeke ukuhlumeza umuntu wesifazane ngoba kwesibili ukhulile.
She's ready to go for the divorce. And I did say that we will.
Since inception, the Prevention in Action movement has realized the growth and influence it set out to achieve. Prevention in Action is based on the premise that primary prevention will spill into the larger community and become the norm.
It's not enough for action to take place in communities. Actions also need to be broadcast back into the communities they come from to inspire further action. The movement consists of 12 sector partners between the two provinces. From these partners, 100 CEs have been appointed. These CEs have identified and trained 10,000 CIs, and to date, 50,000 to 100,000 Prevention in Action group members are potentially active in the movement.
The growing support for the movement culminated in story-sharing platforms held in both KZN and the Western Cape. The movement came together with stakeholders, sector partners and community supporters to learn more about actions that had been taken.
Activism. Let's all take action. Let's walk the talk.
You have to take action. If you don't take action, we're just going to continue and continue and continue, accepting violence against women as normal.
Each story shared represented hope and another step toward ending violence against women. These interactions with the community introduced the general public to the movement and the concept of taking action to prevent violence against women. One such action has been the promotion and use of the Stop Gender Violence Helpline, an official point of contact for the community to access intervention services and support to stop instances of women abuse.
When a woman is abused, it's important for the first time to report it, for the first time to take action, because when you don't, that's when it gets worse.
The slogan and take-home message to be amplified was, "What can end violence against women? My action, your action, our action is the answer."
The platforms provided a visual tour of the Prevention in Action movement through action stories and information from the local MC.
Igama lami ngumama uDoris Khosana oyilunga shamthetho kwaZulu Natal. Ngaphandle kokuthi njengohulumeni sithathela phezulu lento, kodwa nawe as an individual kufanele ube ne commitment. Akufanele ukuthi uma ubona ingane ihlukunyezwa ubhekele uthi bayayilungisa, akwakhi lokho.
Sector partners showed their support for the movement through messages broadcast on a massive interactive screen.
Siyi Brothers for Life siyanxusa siyalesithi kubantu besilisa nomphakathi wonke siyacela ukuthi ube ingcenye kakhulukazi ekulekeleleni nokuxhasa i-Prevention in Action movement.
My name is Thandi Mphambo Sipukwana. I'm the champion for human rights in the Premier's office. Yilwa ukuxhatshaza kwakho, vula umlomo, sukuthula ucinezelekile, zikhulule ngokunokwakho. Sebenzisa le campaign ka Prevention in Action. Prevention in Action.
Members of the public were able to sign up and become part of the movement on the spot. Their names were displayed on the big screen, and they were able to leave a message of support on the movement's Facebook wall, which featured instantly on the screen.
These powerful interventions and amplifications ensure that the movement continues to grow, as communities realize the potential of action and the possibility of change.
Community-initiated action story sharing brought together partners and the general community, creating greater awareness around the Prevention in Action movement.
My action, your action, our action.
The movement has created a groundswell of action, changing the community into an enabling environment in which it is the norm to take action against gender violence. We are working toward a situation where action to prevent violence against women is expected and always occurs.
We all need to lead by example by encouraging our communities to be part of a wider movement. You have the power to stop violence against women by taking action, because your action can change or save a life.